Hey, I know it's been a little bit since I put out a video, but I'll be honest with you, I've been treating my body like a trash compactor for the last few days, and so I didn't think any of you needed or wanted to see that. Damn, that water's hot. All right, so we're doing a little dinner tonight. Oh, Jesus, that smells good. Okay, so, I know I've talked about sprouts before, and tonight we're doing a little something different, right? Well, ish. We still got some Brussels sprouts, bacon, garlic. And when I do the garlic, I don't slice it up real thin. All I do is clean the clove and then smash it down with the edge of the knife, burst it open. Then you get some pretty nice roasted garlic, Brussels sprouts, and bacon bits. So we'll start plating that up, because that'll be fun. Okay, already I think this is too much food, but that's okay. Now, another thing that I wanted to show you guys that I haven't done before, well, here is a stuffed portobello mushroom. So, what we did with this little mamacita was you take portobello mushroom, right? Don't cut the cap off or any of that. Oh, don't cut the cap off or any of that garbage. Just make it so you got a nice little hollow bowl. I put in some butter, put in some horseradish, a little bit of butter, horseradish, some pesto. I topped it with feta cheese. I put it in a little fresh basil, and then right on top of it, I put some rosemary. And I mean, you take the rosemary out at the end, but it seals in some pretty phenomenal flavors. So at the end of the day, whoa, I'll mess this up. That's what the stuffed portobello mushroom looks like. Throw it back. Oh, come here, you little greasy bastard. Just slide it on, stuff it in so fickle. Some sanity here. Scoop all that garbage back in. See, this is nice. This is nice because what you see is a guy 3 beer in messing up a fancy ass dinner. And that's what happens there. So there, we got a stuffed portobello mushroom, we got the Brussels sprouts with the garlic and bacon. And now, oh yeah, perfect. So now we got like a little cheapy ribeye. It's like probably like whatever the bad cut of a ribeye is, but I quasi give a shit. And what we're gonna do with this thing, like I said, I mentioned sprouts before when I made the eggs breakfast. I don't know if anybody watched that one, but I had bought in sprouts. Well, now we've gotten to the growth of sprouts. So this took 4 days. Now when you're making sprouts, you have to understand this is what they look like. They're nothing fancy, right? At the end of the day, little bag of bullshit. But get a jar. I mean, you don't have to get a jar that comes with this. I'm sure you have something that has a strainer, or if you want to be like, you know, cheap, you can just strain them yourself. It doesn't need to be a fancy jar, it just needs to be able to get air. But you take a bunch of those, throw them in the bottom of this, soak it overnight in water, and then for the next 3-4 days, just rinse them and strain them 3-4 times a day. And then you get fresh homemade sprouts. And you're like, well, that doesn't look like the sprouts I'm used to, because this isn't like alfalfa sprouts. There's like mung beans and there's lentils in there and mustard seed. We're just gonna do like a bed of that. throwing it on like so. I'm going to drizzle a little dressing on there. Now, I was going to originally do a balsamic reduction, but Papa don't have enough balsamic vinegar to reduce. So, I also have this balsamic salad dressing made with avocado oil. Now, I've been shaking this thing for hours, and it hasn't gotten to the point where it looks healthy. It still looks like it has to mix things together. So this could be a total disaster, but who knows? Maybe it'll be good. We're just going to drizzle a little bit of that on the sprouts, just to give them a little extra flavor, because there's like mustard seed in there too, and so it actually gets really spicy. It has a little bit of hello governor to it. Then thinly slice this little steak. Over and over again. Now, I don't know if anybody's been watching these cooking videos, but in the background you can see like a little bit of a bottle of wine with some of the utensils. That is non-alcoholic wine, because I went on a bit of a detox not too long ago, and so for the last few months it's been sitting there because it is just horrible. I mean, and not that like it's horrible for non-alcoholic wine, but it's horrible because it actually tastes pretty good, and then you still are wide awake and can't get to sleep and don't have a buzz on. So, I don't know, maybe that's just me. But, all right. I think we're good to go here. This is another single man's supper. We got our stuffed portobello mushroom. We got our, Brussels sprouts with bacon and garlic, roasted in olive oil. And then we have our steak, thinly sliced, with a 14-year-old aged cheddar melted over top of it on homemade sprouts with a little drizzle. So we'll see how it goes. But enjoy dinner, kids. Have a good night.